Welcome once again to We the People, A New Birth of Freedom. I really appreciate you stopping by. And please subscribe and leave your comments below. I'll get back to you. In this series, we're talking about and discussing the Declaration of Independence. Of course, on these videos, these short videos, it's impossible to go into all the depths and the height, the width, the breadth of what the Declaration of Independence is all about. Nevertheless, I'm trying to touch on the highlights and inspire you and encourage you to do your own research, look within your own self, and see what your perception is of independence as an individual. All right, let's continue. The Declaration of Independence. Action of Second Continental Congress, July 4, 1776. The unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. Thomas Jefferson wrote these words: "When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation." Profound, visionary, much wisdom, much insight, an actual revelation. It was unveiling for Thomas Jefferson and our founding fathers. Being subject to the King of Britain, being subject to the politics of the king, the religious impositions at that time, our founding fathers began to look around, and they began to actually inquire when this actually was initiated. Of course, we don't know, but they began to inquire, what did life really mean? What does it mean to live? And then, if you're going to live, what kind of liberty does life afford us? And then if you're going to have liberty, then you certainly should be able to pursue those things that give us fulfillment, happiness, enjoyment in the life and the liberty that we enjoy. We begin to ask questions like, what is actual equality? What are our intrinsic, our inherent freedoms that we are born with? And after inquiring, doing research regarding those very, very specific subjects, and then they lined it up beside the king's agenda, they began to see that there was quite a discrepancy. You know, they looked into religion and they saw that the Roman Catholic Church, being the paramount religion of the time, as it is now, the popes, the cardinals, the priests, what they imposed upon the people was cruel. It was an injustice. There was no equality. In fact, the people didn't even have a Bible to read on their own. It was the priest and the pope and the cardinals who interpreted from Latin what they wanted to tell the people, what they were saying that the Bible was actually saying. You know, the pope himself, as went by the title as the vicar or the vicar of Christ, he stands as Christ on the earth. The church has supreme authority. So the people were subject to that type of rule, which was actually tyranny. They looked into the history of the Roman Catholic Church as well as other religions, but they saw within the Roman Catholic Church that the Protestants who had become outlaws to Roman Catholic theology, the 1500 years of Dark Ages, had shown that 68 million Protestants were martyred because they dared to oppose the papal office and its theological authority as the vicar of Christ on the earth. They began to look at politics and how that it was a king, it was a monarch, it was an emperor, it was a dictator, or even a pharaoh, all the way back through history, that defined how people could live. They defined what liberty was, and they defined what people could pursue as individuals. And those choices, those decisions were governed by political entities, governments, rules, regulations, established by the elite, the affluent. And so it certainly was an enlightening period for our founding fathers. And so in order to be free, they come to the conclusion that if we're going to live like free men and accept the responsibility and the accountability, all the liability that goes with that, then we're going to have to become outlaws. We're going to have to become fugitives to the King of Britain. Because see, true liberty is not anti-government. It's not an anarchist, of course not. But true liberty requires that you become dangerous enough to be an outlaw and oppose any religious or political band that interrupts the inherent intrinsic life born within us, the liberty that is inherent within us, and the desire for happiness, fulfillment, and enjoy the things that we are born to enjoy. You see, for example, no political party, no Supreme Court, no king, no monarch, no dictator has the authority to tell a person that they can have or can't have a child. No governmental power or authority or political party has the authority to tell and to dictate how conception occurs and how the infant is formed in the mother's womb and dictate the day that it's born. See, those things are governed according to the law of nature and nature's God. Those are self-evident truths that we are born with. Now, a king, a monarch, a pharaoh, they can send out a decree to have children killed through abortion and other means. But that's a political decision. That is not according to the laws of nature and nature's God. That took place in the days of Moses. If you research the scriptures, if you use that as a point of reference, and even in the days of Jesus, the decree went forth by the political leaders of that day to have all the children killed from 2 and under. And so, those are political decisions, but no political party, no government entity can dictate how conception occurs, how the baby is developed, all the bone structure and the muscle tissue and the formation of the eyes and the nose and the ears and the mouth and all the internal organs and the fingernails and the fingerprints and the hair color and the eye color, and on we could go. The nationality, the race. No government, no governmental authority, no political party makes those decisions. Those are according to the laws of nature and nature's God. And so we're going to pick that up on the next video and really get into discussing this and show what independence actually means. Because see, without independence, you will never understand the liberty that goes with your life. And you will never understand and come to grasp and wrap your head around what it means to pursue happiness, which is fulfillment in life. It starts with the foundation, the fundamentals of independence. These are not incidental concepts. These are, our founding fathers were not sitting around in a cave somewhere and discovered some scratches and pictures and things, hieroglyphics on a cave wall, and decided, well, this seems like a good thing. Much thought, much research, much wisdom, profound wisdom was placed upon the words that we just read, and we'll get into them on a deeper level as the videos unfold. Once again, thanks for stopping by, and as I always say, above all, be a true American.